Welcome to It's All About You, a weekly series that's all about you and your business. I believe you deserve everything you dreamed of when you started your business, to have a profitable business and the free time to enjoy your life. Hi, I'm Susan Bach, and my mission is to have your business work for you rather than you being consumed by your business. Why? Because it's all about you. Your business, your way. Today, our topic is aligned action. I referred to aligned action in last week's edition when talking about goals and establishing goals, achieving your goals. And that raised some questions for some of you. Some of the questions that came in are, tell me more about aligned action, or why is aligned action important? What's the difference from aligned action and action? And here's a big one. What are some of the symptoms of not being in aligned action? That's what we're going to cover today. And I'm going to give you 5 steps to keep you on track for achieving your goals, to keep you in aligned action. Are you ready for this? Okay, here we go. So what is aligned action? Aligned action is trusting wholeheartedly in the purpose you have. And it's taking action in alignment or in accordance with that purpose. Yes, knowing your purpose is key. It's essential. If you're not quite sure what your purpose is, or if your business is honoring your purpose, then you'll definitely want to tune into a workshop that I'm hosting in a couple of weeks that covers the 4 pillars of an aligned business: purpose, passion, people, and processes. I want you again to have that business that you deserve, that gives you the results you want. And that's what the 4 pillars are all about. More on the workshop later. Back to aligned action. Aligned action describes any action you take that's in alignment with your goals, your purpose, and your values. The goals you have for your business, your purpose, the impact and the influence that you want to make in the world, and your values, what you value in yourself and in others. In addition to goals, purpose, and values, aligned action must achieve or meet 3 outcomes. Rational outcomes. These are the tasks that you have to do, the decisions that are made, the challenges that have solutions. Rational outcomes. The second is emotional outcomes. Confidence, commitment, and how you feel about the situation. And the third is social outcomes. The functionality of any of the relationships involved, including the relationship with yourself. If you're thinking, okay, that makes sense, but I've never thought of outcomes in that context before, you're not alone. I've yet to find a business coach that refers to these 3 outcomes as a criteria for defining outcomes. We typically think about outcomes for our clients, our prospects, the program that we're offering. Thinking also, though, it's important to think, because it's all about you, the outcomes for you. The rational outcomes, emotional outcomes, and social outcomes. It's knowing that the action you're taking is aligned with who you are, that magnificent being, that unique self that you are, so that you never have to question your why. Why are you doing this? Or get lost in uncertainty or worry or doubt. The big takeaway I want you to have on this first point is know thyself. Your goals, your purpose, your values, the impact and the outcome you seek. Yes, it is all about you. So let's jump into the next question. So why is being in aligned action important? Very simply, aligned action is the path to staying focused on your goals, focused on your purpose, and your passion. Yes, there is a difference between purpose and passion. When you take aligned action, the next step is super clear. It's right in front of you. You take it with confidence and conviction rather than acting on something that doesn't feel right or doubting if this is the next best step for you to take. When you take aligned action, you know intuitively, you can feel it, that it's the right action for you. Aligned action is aligned with your uniqueness. It's aligned with your natural style and flow, your skills, your expertise. It puts your brilliance in the spotlight. So raise your hand if you've ever driven a car where the wheels were out of alignment. It's a bumpy ride, isn't it? It's uncomfortable. That steering wheel is vibrating and you're hanging on so tightly just to keep the car going in a straight line. That's an indication of being out of alignment. That's when what you might be feeling when you are out of alignment with your business, when your processes are out of alignment with you. If this is resonating with you, I'd appreciate it if you'd make a comment below. I read each and every one. It's important to me because, again, you matter. Let's go on to the next question. How is aligned action different from action? Great question. Being in action is being busy, not getting the results you want. Being busy with activities that are not aligned with your stated goals or the results that you want to achieve. Action can be very deceiving. We feel busy. We're doing things all the time. We're busy. And yet we're not getting the results we want in our business. We're not getting the outcomes we desire. I invite you to hit the pause button right now and reflect for a moment on the past few days or week. Where and when were you in aligned action, where you knew that this was exactly what you needed to do? It was very clear. There was no doubt or uncertainty. And look at the times that you were in action, busy doing things that may not have been aligned with your values, your purpose, your goals. And then ask yourself, what's one thing that you can do today, that you can start today, right now, that will put you back into aligned action so that you do get the outcomes you want? The next question is, what are some symptoms of not being in aligned action for your business? Some that come to mind is feeling stuck, kind of paralyzed, uncertain, not having a clear indicated next step, feeling doubt and hesitation. Maybe there's concern about what others might think, the fear of judgment. Maybe you feel some nervousness or anxiety about how others will perceive you. Maybe it shows up as worry or doubt about the outcome. Can I really be successful? Can I really achieve that? And now I'll turn it to you. What are some symptoms that you have experienced when you are not in aligned action, when you are experiencing doubt, hesitation, that critical inner voice that is holding you back from stepping into all of who you are? When you're in aligned action, negativity, doubt, uncertainty, it all vanishes. You are taking action, aligned action with confidence and clarity, not only in who you are, but in what you want and the impact that you can have on the lives of your ideal clients. You'll begin to have this sense of belief that everything is happening for you rather than to you, and that you are being authentically you, the person you were truly meant to be, that beautiful, evolved self that you can share with your clients. When you're in alignment with your purpose, your uniqueness, your expertise, you are unstoppable. So let's jump into 5 steps to create your aligned action plan. You ready for this? Grab a piece of paper, pencil, open up a doc, whatever works for you. Number one, accept where you are. Before you can change anything, you have to accept where you are. Every single choice you've made has led you right here, and you must trust that that's okay. You're exactly where you need to be. You may not love where you are right now in your business growth. There's absolutely nothing that you can change about the past. So breathe in, accept where you are, and know that you are ready to move forward, to make changes, to step into aligned action. Number two, get very clear on your desired outcomes. If your desired outcome isn't clear, then the necessary actions won't be clear either. Bring up this image when you're watching a movie. If it's kind of out of focus, it's fuzzy, you don't have the clarity of the message, the clarity of the characters, the clarity of the story. Fuzzy outcomes lead to fuzzy actions. So be super clear. A tip to help you do this is visualize the outcome you want. Go into detail. Get very specific. Here's a tip for you, a hint on this one. This is more about who you want to be as opposed to what you want to do. It's how do you want to show up? How do you want to be seen? It's who you want to be as opposed to what you want to do. Because remember, we're human beings, not human doings. So try this visualization exercise. Play with me here. Picture yourself 3 months from right now. What's most important to you about your business? What have you achieved? What's making you smile? Pause the recording here and visualize. Visualize. What have you achieved? What's making you smile? What are the outcomes that you're experiencing? Okay, now you're ready to move on to number 3, and that's to identify the gaps. Step 1 was accepting where you are. Step 2 was visualizing where you want to be in 3 months. What's missing today? What did you see in your vision that's missing in your business today? Identifying those gaps and taking action on those gaps will keep you in aligned action with your goals and the outcome you want to achieve. Number 4, I love this one, is declare what you want. Based on what you've identified in the gaps, what are you going to choose to focus on? I suggest making 3 bold statements or declarations about what you want to create, followed by 3 aligned action steps that will ensure you achieve that goal. For example, I will launch my program 8 weeks from today. That's your declaration. That's your bold statement. I will launch my program 8 weeks from today. Now pull up your calendar and claim the date. You have to have a specific date. That's essential. So the day and the date. Action 1 could be, I'll make a list of potential JV partners and affiliates and spend 1 hour each day this week reaching out and connecting with them. Action 2, I'll devote 4 hours over the next 2 weeks creating the warm-up posts, the ideas for Facebook Lives, and email content. Action number 3, I'll create a bring a friend offer. So now you have 3 specific aligned actions that go directly to your stated, your declaration, your goal that you want to achieve, of launching your program in 8 weeks. Now, are there more steps to it? Absolutely. But having that clarity on that one bold statement gets you started. It gets the process going. It fuels your energy because now you're achieving your outcomes by connecting with your purpose and taking action aligned with that, the impact you want to have. Also, making these bold statements signals to the universe that you're serious about this and you're committing to put your intention and attention on your goals. Now, again, visualize this. 3 months in the future, your 3 declarations have been achieved. They've happened. You've realized them. You have the outcome. You're experiencing the results right now. And try using I am statements to solidify the experience that you will have in 3 months when you look back and you reflect. You've achieved this. This is where the trust comes in, the knowing and the deserving to have the life that you want, the business that you want. I am statements also keep your vibrations high. It helps you let go of resistance. And again, it keeps you at a higher energetic resonance so that you can attract more of what you want. And the last step, number 5, is supercharge your self muscles. Again, we touched on this last week around goal setting. When you are in aligned action, aligned with your purpose and your passion, with your goals and your values, you are supercharging your self muscles, your self-worth, self-esteem, self-acceptance, self-conviction, and yes, even self-care, because you are having a profitable business and the time to enjoy your life. Your self muscles perhaps have been languishing a bit of late. And my invitation to you is start giving them a workout. Start using them. Strengthen them. And you do so by taking aligned action. So to wrap this up, the reality is this. Sometimes we find ourselves in action and yet going nowhere. Again, we are human beings, not human doings. We're not perfect. We're not always in aligned action. Having the recognition and the awareness of when you are not in aligned action is the first step to getting back into aligned action. Again, back to step 1, accepting it for what it is. Just take a deep breath, pause, reconnect with your goals, where you want to go, your purpose, what's deeply important to you, and your core values. What do you value in yourself and others? Here are some questions to help you bring yourself back into aligned action. Is what I'm doing right now leading me closer or further away from my goals, purpose, and values? How do I feel about the action I'm taking right now? If there's ambivalence or doubt or lack of energy, good indication that you're not in aligned action. Next question is what direction will this action take me? Is it really the direction I want to go? Is it in alignment with my goals? One more question is, what single action could I take today that would progress me closer to where I want to be? I hope you found this helpful, and now it's your turn to get into aligned action. And if you're amenable, post one aligned action you're going to take today, or one of your declaration statements. Why? Because I would love to read it, because you matter. Your dream matters. I'll see you next week.